Rivers may you cross, see mountains white and blue, but on your road, let's not forget the love I have for you.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Shadow of Mordor video walkthrough. This is the main mission, entitled The Messenger, and I'm not too sure if this is the first time we've entered this second area in Mordor. It's been a while since I've commentated this guide. I've been incredibly busy doing various things, so I'm not up on exactly how far we are, but I do know we're getting up there. There's not that many missions in the game outside of the side content, so we're definitely moving swiftly through it. And I'm going to make a slight detour here so I can go and hit this tower, because whenever you hit these, it's the same as hitting the viewpoints in Assassin's Creed. You know, they open things up on the map, they enable you to fast travel, they do a lot of good things for you. That right there was an interesting transition choice, because as you know, this game doesn't perform too well on the last generation of consoles, and I'm trying to trim out as much as I can to give you a streamlined experience. And anybody who is having troubles for whatever reason should get exactly what they need to progress in these videos. Unless it's, you know, the miscellaneous tasks and secondary things, then you're probably not going to get any help whatsoever. But we're listening to a bit of narrative here, and it wants us to follow the ghoul's tracks. So, as before, we're veterans at following tracks at this point, thanks to Gollum and the fact he doesn't wash his feet. So we're doing the exact same thing, only now it's going to lead us through this new zone, into another cave, probably. But I'm going to ignore almost everybody. I don't know if I mentioned as well, did you see on the screen there how there was that circle that had like the arrowhead in it? It's a pretty decent way of the game to tell you off screen that somebody's firing arrows at you. And I think that kind of player feedback is glorious, because not enough games do it, so it's nice to have some kind of reticle telling you you're about to take damage. Of course, in the heat of battle it can be very easy not to see it, but there's never a good excuse to take an arrow off screen when that icon is displayed, unless it's completely hectic and you weren't paying attention. And even then, you know, it's a poor excuse, because the whole point of the game is to kind of pay attention. But there's extenuating circumstance that lessens our ability to play, and we'll often blame that if it helps. But this mission has you sneaking through this cave filled with ghouls, and you'll notice there will be a fail state if you trigger an alarm. I assume, anyway. It might become a completely different mission. I've never triggered an alarm here, so that should give you faith that it's not the most strenuous of tasks. But take it slow when you enter each new chamber. You'll notice the ghouls start in a set position, and oftentimes they'll move a little bit to give you the impression you might have to do something. But you don't. Just wait for it, just be patient, and just keep on moving through, using the higher ground here to get off of their eye level, and wait for them to move out of the way you need to be so that you can progress onwards. Very simple stuff. Happens quite a lot in this game as well. I am surprised too that is there a season pass for this game? I don't think there is. This seems like the kind of game that would vastly benefit from some kind of DLC package, and as much as I think DLC is becoming more offensive than it is beneficial to games, I do think there is still life in the notion of DLC. There can be good DLC along with bad DLC, and a good example would be The Evil Within. That's something I'm really looking forward to see what they do with that. And this seems like a game that's, you know, really fit for additional content, so I'm curious what the lifespan of this title is going to be. But this is a boss fight against a ghoul matron. So this is just a bigger ghoul, and I'm doing the shadow strike with the bow there to take off some quick life. This is a really easy way of taking chunks off his life. If you have more arrows than I do, you can probably kill him using this method. If you don't, you can use these fires to do some quick damage to him. He's going to summon some ghouls, so just be careful. But wait for him to come, deactivate the focus so that it moves a little quicker, then hit him with that. There's your arrows to pick up should you be able to grab them in amongst all the ghouls, which I was unable to do, I think. Can't quite tell. And once again, there's a fire to use, but I miss. This is getting a little bit hectic here. There we go. Hits myself, knocks me over, but it does kill the boss. And there you go. Mission's done. Boss is dead. Pretty simple stuff. Now you have 2 minutes to escape the cave. And the thing I really like about this game is all of the timed sequences give you more than enough time to get out. The time is literally Just something to get your pulse racing a little bit, to give you the illusion that you need to be quicker than perhaps you have to really be. And I like that. But there's a ton of ghouls here that can get in your way and can try and distract you, and my advice is simply ignore them. Kite them, scout around them, end a mission. Thank you very much for watching. You take care now.